And we are live. Welcome to Out of the Draft Podcast, Season 4, Episode 15. I almost said 14. My bad. I'm Dylan.
My name's also Dylan, aka DA, and John Hunter Nemechek sucks.
My name also starts with a D, but it's DJ, and I'm the saddest Kyle Larson fan in the world.
I'm Shake, Shake and Bako 301, and Chase Elliott has mastered the waxing crescent.
I'm Cody, aka Cody the Bear, and aka Cody the Cripple.
And I'm Done Boy.
I loved it. That was so good though. Actually, how was y'all's week? Did y'all have a good one?
No.
Yeah, I forgot. I think we're actually. Wait a second. There's 3 of us. I think that had a good week. Yep, you, and me.
4.
You also got a stage win, didn't you?
I'm okay
Yeah,
with
yeah,
it. It's
first
just
career.
I hate what happened to my driver. I like Chase Elliott, and I'm glad he won, but
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely not winning most popular driver though, right? Nah, I'm just kidding.
Dude. Texas was so quiet after he won.
it was, man.
It was not. What the heck?
Hey, the truck race was louder, man.
Oh my
God.
Hey, talk to Corey LaJoy. Corey LaJoy will actually. No, not at all. Well,
the 10 people were not that loud.
Well, I'm glad y'all had a good week. We did have some racing. Obviously, we'll start off with the Cup race. Chase Elliott dominates stage 3, but there was a lot of things that happened before that point. Stage 1 was kind of relaxed. Other than the Toyotas looked fast, they went through the field. The Spire cars didn't look really good at all, and they had to finish in very high, which we'll talk about later. Suarez dropped straight to the back, I felt like, from the start. And then stage 1 ended up going to your boy over here. Say hey.
Hey.
He ended up getting the stage win from staying out. They had 2 tires. Did they stay out or did they just take 2 tires? What was the...
Stay out.
They
Stay
stayed
out, and then
okay.
you pulled away from us to work on 2
Yeah.
tires, by the way. Just want to put that out there. Clean
Him.
air merchant.
Clean air. He literally tweeted that. That was funny. But he ended up getting stage 1. But before that, the Toyotas were leading, but a lap car, they're going up to lap Todd Gilliland, and he hits the leader, who was Christopher Bell, who, in my opinion, I think had the best car all day. At the time, obviously, but destroys Christopher Bell's day. He's done. He was so devastated. I mean, it's been 4 bad weeks for him. So the points is going to be crazy, and I'm sure Hunter has some great thoughts to talk about that soon. And then we went to stage 2, kind of just went as normal. We had the Corey Heim. They were on a weird strategy where they stayed out, even though we needed to get fuel, so they ended up having to come down pit road. But he led a bunch of laps during stage 2. He had a really super fast car. I would like to see them on the actual strategy to see what they could actually finish. But Chase Elliott ended up winning stage 2 because they had to pit. He was in second. He also was saving fuel, which I didn't realize that he couldn't make it. Or was he just trying to save fuel so that they take less fuel the next stop? Do y'all know?
From what I heard, it was for a shorter pit stop because he had built about a 4-second gap to
Okay.
Brad,
Yeah.
and he was just trying to save fuel because they knew the 67 had to pit.
Okay, gotcha. All right. And then he ended up winning stage 2, obviously, from that. And then stage 3, it was pretty simple. He had the lead. He kind of just dominated the rest of the way. There was some... when did Ty Gibbs get wrecked? Was that stage 2?
I think it was 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
him and Ryan Priest had some interesting things. But yeah, stage 2... Priest kind of sent him up the track. He said he never hit him, but I disagree. I think he did hit him. But long story short, Chase, Corey Heim wrecked. That started with 4 laps to go at the end of the race. Tyler Reddick pits. 8 guys stayed out. Tyler Reddick can't get to the lead. Chase clears Hamlin, who was on the front row, ends up winning the race. That's kind of sums up the whole race there was. Personally, I thought it was a great Texas race. I thought you could actually run the outside a lot in 3 and 4. Even 1 and 2, I feel like they were higher than normal. To me, I give it a 7.4. I thought it was a good Texas race. So, what do you think?
I think it was a good Texas race. We've seen the past Texas races have not been as good, but this one, I'm fine with this one. This one's acceptable. So I'll give it like a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I thought the racing was great, and all the pit road stuff just made it even better. I'm gonna go like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I think overall, I mean, obviously going to be biased with the finish. I love that. But I think the racing in general was actually really good. I think that's the most passing we've seen at Texas in a while. I know I think there was technically only 2 passes for the lead under Green. And they were both Denny Hamlin. He passed Hocevar and he passed Seabell technically as he was getting wrecked. So um I think if I had to rate it off of just like if I'm rating it off of Texas, it's like a 9. But if I'm rating it as a normal race, I would say it's like an 8.2. I thought it was a great race.
Yeah, I would agree for a Texas race. Like Hunter said, like a 9. But overall, the race that happened in general, a little bias from the first career stage win, and also a little bias to Bell getting wrecked by a bum. So, um, I would say it's about a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, it's a pretty good race especially for Texas. I enjoyed this one a lot, honestly. I'll give it 8.41.
8.41. I love that. I like how
Add the numbers.
specific you were. Um,
We went from the most basic intro to the most advanced scoring.
I love it. Well, obviously the winner. Do y'all have any other thoughts over the 9 team or Chase Elliott in general? Um, I personally want to say. I mean, obviously I'm a huge fan, but I want to say this is the best the 9 team has looked in a very very long time. Honestly, this is what 2020 looked like. In the early season, he just never got the wins because of X, Y, and Z. But this is exactly what 2020 looked like. So I'm really excited to see moving forward when the Chevys get even better. But any other thoughts?
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, I paid attention to practice. I looked at the 25 lap averages, and Chase was the fastest over the 25 lap average. There was only about 6 cars that ran 25 laps, but he was like, I think he's 4th in the 20 lap average, which a lot of people ran 20 laps. So I knew there was pace in the car. I thought Allen did a great job. I really thought he did a great job. I thought bringing him in when he brought him in stage 3 was a perfect time. I was talking to everybody in the PlayStation party during the race. I said 55 to go is when I want him to come in. I think he came in with 54 to go. I'm okay with that. He came in a lap before Denny, the same lap as Reddick. It was a great call by him. And then the call to stay out. I was so scared that he was going to bring him in there because somebody mentioned 2020 Coke 600. And I was like, yes, like this is what it feels like right now. I was really happy with the call to stay out. I think, I mean, had everybody else pitted, he was cooked, but I knew people were going to stay out. There were too many cars on the lead lap to not have people stay out and have that little buffer. So all in all, I would say the 2 wins that Chase has this year, as hard as I have been on Alan Gustafson, a lot of credit to him on how he called those races. I think it's similar to 2020, but we're getting some wins. Second person with multiple wins this season. Reddick has 5, Chase has 2, and then there's a couple people with 1. So I don't know, really exciting. Excited to see, if Chase can kind of finally bust down the door at a road course this week.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the Chase Elliott of old. We're seeing him become more aggressive again, which I love because I feel like ever since we've gotten the next gen, other than 2022, he just hasn't had aggressiveness to him, and he's kind of just not really fought anybody whenever it comes to on track position. And I think we've seen it a lot yesterday. Like Shake said, we were in a party, and when he was just going 3 wide, making it, diving to the inside. He didn't care. He wanted it back to the front. That's where he thought he deserved to be. It's nice to see speed out of that 9 car again. I'm glad he's winning again, and I think he's actually going to be a really big threat to Tyler Reddick down the road.
Alrighty. Well, yeah, all great points. I do want to. There's one thing that you said that made me think about something. Shake, I can't remember. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It wasn't important, I guess. We had Priest and Gibbs. So Priest was over the radio saying, "This guy's an idiot. I hate that he has fast race cars. Blah blah blah. He does stupid stuff, and people with fast race like he was going off. All right, literally after the caution, the next stage, he literally dumps him when he gets clear coming out of it. He says he didn't touch him. What do y'all think? I personally think he did touch him, but it was more error that his reaction than it was. I think he just barely touched him, but I don't think that was the full reason of the wreck. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think he did just get a tiny piece of him, and the air finished him completely all the way through. But considering it's Ty Gibbs, I can turn a blind eye to it.
Yeah, same. I don't like Ty Gibbs, but I respect Ryan Priest some more because I'm glad he did it. I definitely think he did it on purpose, and I definitely think he went in there and hit him. SVG came over the radio, and he was like, "It doesn't even look like he tried to lift." And I thought it was funny. I don't like Ty Gibbs, so I'm cool with just looking over it.
Me personally, I don't think he wrecked him intentionally, but I think he just didn't cut him a break. Because Gibbs kind of, cut down in front of him a little bit on the entrance to 3. And I think, Priest just said that he had enough at that point. I mean, he had said it 10 minutes before on the radio that he had enough. So at that point, he's just not going to give him the break that you would think somebody would give somebody, earlier on in the race. Me personally, I'm perfectly fine with it. I think Ryan Priest is a guy who, um, he kind of reminds me in a way of like a young Joey Logano, where like he took a bunch of crap his first couple seasons in Cup and just kind of took it on the chin. And now he's like, yeah, you're not doing this to me. You're not doing it to me. I'm standing up for myself, and that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from him. So I'm fine with him standing up for himself. I personally don't hate Ty Gibbs. I kind of like the way he races. He's very aggressive. He makes some chaotic moves, but for the most part, he's not like the cause of any issues like we have with like Carson Hocevar. He's aggressive but clean, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he just
He's
puts
the
people
complete
in.
opposite.
Yeah, he just puts people in tough spots, which is, we talk about. Larson is the same way. So,
I mean, he
sorry to
learns
cut
from
you
his,
off.
his teammate Denny.
Yeah,
He learns from
yeah.
his teammate Denny.
Cody, sorry about that. I just wanted to add on to that.
There, you're good. I don't think it was like what Hunter said. It wasn't on purpose. But like there's definitely no slack at all. Contact was made, but it wasn't hard contact. It was light contact, and definitely the air finished him off. Um, I'm also a huge fan of Ty Gibbs. Yoda gang. Um, but I think it's something I think we need more of in the sport. I feel like there's too much cutting breaks, in my opinion. We need more drivers like Ty Gibbs, Hocevar, uh, Priest, people who aren't cutting people breaks but put people in hard spots. In my opinion, I don't think it was anything egregious, but I don't doubt if Ty Gibbs doesn't cut him a break next week.
For sure. It looked like DCD had something to do. So we did have another incident coming to the white flag with Kyle Busch and John Hunter Nemechek. Actually, I want DA to explain this incident because I really want to know what you think. Because I'm honestly kind of in the middle, but I just want to know what you have to say.
Right. So we're coming out of turn number 2, right? And it looks like Calvin's trying to come up, but JHN is there, and he's saying that like he has more room to go up, and he cuts across his nose. They all hit the wall. they all go down to the bottom of the turn, and I see Kyle Busch just go dead straight into the turn. I see a 42 hit the wall a ton. And if we finish 20th, then I do not know what the point of living is after that. So I don't know. You can take it on from here. I'd love to hear your thoughts of it.
Yeah. So
What-
I go ahead. Go ahead.
Wait, I want to hear your thoughts because yesterday you were pretty vocal about it. I want to hear what you like. Who do you think carries most of the blame in the situation?
Well, I understand. Like, it's going to be pointed toward Cal mostly. I know that. But it was like a racing incident in a sense because the last lap, no one's going to give. You're not going to, just lean over for the next person and stuff like that. So I think like most of it is going to be on Kyle, unfortunately. I mean, I'm still going to be biased. That's my driver, of course. But I mean, that's just what's going to happen and had to live with it. So
I actually don't put a lot of blame on Kyle. I mean, I think it's more of a racing incident more than it is any. I think JHN is trying to side draft, and I think Kyle Busch is trying to clear up. Um, but realistically, I think they just met in the middle, and Kyle just blew up because of it, right? Like I think that
Yeah.
was more or less than anything. I saw Kyle's response on Twitter where he's like, "Yeah, he's not leaving mid gap." Well, the whole point of
left
that
lap.
is for him to side draft, right? Like we're coming to the white flag. So I don't really blame specifically anyone other than just hard racing. I just think Kyle's done this multiple times where he's like, I'm just gonna clear up and like you're gonna lift or not. And JHM was like, I'm not lifting. So
Yeah.
I think if I was Kyle Busch in the year that I have, I let him have the room. But that's just me personally. I don't race. I don't clear myself usually that often when I race, but I actually think it's more a racing incident than it is blame on one person or the other.
I do agree, but it's already embarrassing enough racing that 42 fucking car. Apologize for my language.
It was for 12th though. I mean, it wasn't like a bad. He was having a great day, like so.
It was. It was. It's just frustrating. He ran great all day, essentially. Top 10 all day just for that dumb stuff to happen. But it was fun to see old, like, little flashback of Rowdy, little hothead, mean, arrogant person. It was fun to see that again.
For sure. DJ?
Yeah, I remember Dunboy said something about it yesterday. Kyle Busch just went from going against Denny Hamlin and Joe Logano to Riley Herbst and John Hunter Nemechek. And
Hey, still beat your driver, though.
You really backed into that one.
I get it because he wrecked.
Oh no.
It's not funny.
It's pretty funny.
But I mean, like Kyle Busch said, John Hunter is half a lane off the wall. Not expecting him to be there, and pretty much just turned himself off of John Hunter's nose. And then, obviously, after the day you had a really good day for it to end like that. And yeah, he just sailed it into 3 and said, "Yeah, buddy, we're both going to the fence," and cost himself even more positions. But I think it's a racing deal out of 2 and then into 3. Yeah, we know what happened.
Oh man, boy, do I have my opinion on this. I'm gonna be the first one to say it.
Opinion.
I've always loved Kyle Busch. I love the way that I love the way he acts. Like I love his personality. Like a lot of people call him a crybaby, especially in his younger years. You should be pissed off if you don't win. Like the era of participation trophies, and I know I like NASCAR. It's nice to have good points days, but you're there to win. You want to win. He got pissed off when he didn't win, and I love that. But when he was doing that, he was competing for wins. He was having good points days. He could afford to throw a temper tantrum and lose 8 spots. You cannot afford to do that in the situation that you're in if you're Kyle Busch. Me personally, I see nothing wrong with what JHN did. You're racing for a position. Yes, he is off the wall a little bit, but that's also strategic. Kyle Busch can't stay as wide open or can't open up the wheel as much to carry as much speed down the straightaway if you're there. There's nothing in the rule book saying that if the car is on the outside, they have to exit up against the wall. I mean, yeah, it typically does happen, but I saw nothing wrong with what John Hunter did. It kind of brought me back to, I believe it was at the time that a nationwide race. It was Kyle Busch cleared himself off of, was it Joey or was it Brad?
Brad.
off of Brad and then waited for him and wrecked him. But like I said, at that time, you're winning races. You can do what you want. You're top dog in NASCAR. You're not top dog anymore. You're getting to a point in your career where you're almost Old Yeller, and if you don't figure it out, they're going to take you out back pretty soon. Um, I love Kyle Busch. I love the fiery attitude. I love that he is entertaining to watch. But there's a time and a place. Just dump JHN into turn one next week. Like don't throw away these points that you can't afford to throw away. So for me, I think what happened on the backstretch, racing incident. What happened in the 3 is just stupid. It's stupid in my opinion.
I do agree with you there. I would get the fifth point to time and place, but yeah, I can't do that. I don't think it matters because RCR cars suck anyway, so might as well just say screw it.
I mean, you got a new crew chief on the box, and that's the best you've looked. You had a chance, realistically. I mean, when he made the contact, it was Ryan Blaney who was right in front of him. Ryan Blaney finished what, 10th or 11th?
10th.
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 Yeah.
10th. Yeah. So I mean, you have a chance to get back-to-back top 10s if you don't just throw a temper tantrum. And I don't think the RCR cars are as bad as we think they are. I think you saw this week with a competent crew chief on the box. I think they brought a good race car to the track. Um, and you're going to another track next week where historically Kyle Busch has had a lot of success. KB has looked really good at COTA the last 2 years when it comes to road courses. So I mean, you have potential to get another top 10, and you got to build off of that. And when you just throw these points away and throw a temper tantrum, I feel like you just ruined all the momentum that you could have built.
Yeah, I feel like it was a racing incident. I don't think anything was wrong. Like what Kyle did was coming up and what Nemechek staying down. It's racing. You're gonna try to side draft somebody to have a better run into the corner and make them slower on entry. Um, but I feel like Kyle Busch, if he didn't do what he did into turn 3, I think it could have salvaged maybe, even with the damage, maybe a top 15. But with what he did after, uh, breaking Nemechek's toe link, of course, and wrecking him, I think damaged him more, and he was even slower, which made him finish 20th. So I think if he didn't um, wreck him, I think it would have been a better finish for him. But obviously, he's frustrated. I mean, it's something out of Kyle we haven't seen since probably before the next gen car, to be honest. We haven't seen him be that aggressive and egregious. But I don't know. I think for Kyle Busch's standards right now and what he's going through with RCR, he needs to salvage those positions as much as possible. And like Hunter said, running top 10 pretty much all day, or around 10th all day, and then you finish 20th because you do something stupid. I just don't think that's what you should be doing as in Kyle Busch's position either. Just is my opinion.
And I want to add on one more thing before Dunboy goes. What you just said kind of reminded me. This is twice in the last month that we've seen Kyle. I mean, the Bristol incident with Herbst was a little less egregious, but I mean there was definitely intent. He meant to spin Riley, um, and it's getting to a point now. Like, had they thrown a caution before they crossed the line, like potentially you're changing the outcome of the race. And like, I mean, Ty Gibbs ended up winning at Bristol still, but it's just kind of one of those things where, like, as a mature driver, like it feels really selfish to intentionally wreck somebody at the end of a race and potentially ruin a bunch of people's days just because you're upset when you're gonna see him next week. Dump him in stage one. Like, I'm not a big fan of the intent wrecking at the end of races. I mean, I guess I probably shouldn't be a fan of intent wrecking anytime, but I mean, if you're going to get somebody back, I mean, get them back. But I don't like it at the end of a race.
Yeah, I think Kyle's struggles over the last 2 years, ever since that 3-win season, 2022. He's got a lot built up in there, and I think it's finally coming out. So might be good for the sport, might be bad, but hey, we're gonna get publicity, so why not?
I think something else I want to add to Nemechek's side, I think, he was running, he was going to get like 10th through 13th, probably. No pun intended. But I think that probability of him finishing back really low because of getting wrecked at coming to the final lap, I think that's actually going to hurt Kyle Busch. I think there's a possibility of Nemechek doing something next week. As of what Kyle Busch should have done, I think Nemechek can do the same thing because Nemechek is good at road courses. I think he won't, or if he gets lapped or something, it's not going to be easy for Kyle at all. Doing that for John Iron Nemechek, who doesn't run well very much, and definitely hasn't ran well this year at all. He's stunk. Um, but and you're running almost top 10, you're not going to want to miss out on that. So I think Kyle Busch might have set himself up for something very, very stupid next week.
I want to go back to the whole intent wrecking thing. I don't know. I feel I'm kind of indifferent. Like I kind of don't mind at the end of the race because why tear up your stuff next week? Because one little piece of damage just destroys the car in these next gens. And they just sold the 5 and the 19 right on pit road. They had an incident and both of them were junk the rest of the day. So if you're already wrecked, theoretically, I don't know how bad the 8 car is. It did not look good on the last lap. He was hitting the wall coming out of 2. He was tight, right? Like so. I don't mind it. I don't mind him taking out the 43. I also don't like seeing it, but at least it wasn't something crazy where when Chase right hooked the 11 into the wall at
Dude,
Charlotte.
he broke a toe link.
But seriously though, I actually don't mind what he did. I also don't mind what he did to Herbst either. And to your point, the outcome of the race. Well, no offense, I want to go to Ricky Stenhouse at the end of the race by holding up the 9 on purpose so that Hamlin could get up there. Like I watched that lap after lap and I was like, okay. I literally in Denny's podcast, Stenhouse says it comes back around, right? Like these are the moments right here. He's a Chevy though, right? So that's just my opinion on that. It comes back around because of those. That's still having the outcome of the race. I do like that they didn't throw the caution because I think, technically, I think when they would have thrown the caution, they would have took the white. They've already taken the white at that point, so I'm kind of glad they didn't throw the caution because they're not. He's out front, whatever, the whole Golden Boy situation. But they were also about to run into a lot of debris, and a lot of people could have really messed up their race coming in 3 and 4. So I don't know if they should have thrown the caution or not. But that's a different story. I actually don't mind what Kyle did. I don't mind what Kyle did. I also don't mind what JHN did because I'm side drafting 2 down the back, especially when you're ass and you're running for 12. That's a good day for you, right? For both of you. So I can see why there's no room given.
I will say if the caution was thrown, Reddick was getting his 6th win of the season. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, if the caution was thrown, that would have been stupid because they already taken the white. Like, technically, when they would have thrown a caution, like, if they were trigger happy, of course they wouldn't have went to the line. But when the moment that I thought it was a caution, Chase was already in the second dog leg on the front stretch. So, but that's just me. We did have some other racing. We had the O'Reilly Series at Texas. It was a phenomenal race. There was a lot of side-by-side, 3 wide with Brett Cruz, Kyle Larson, and
Zillage.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was incredible. I don't want to go into big about the race, but long story short, those 3 dominated, and then Justin Allgaier had a really great last bit in the race, and he was hunting down Larson, and he couldn't get the best of him, and Larson ended up winning. So personally, I thought this race was way better. The car is just better. Then the Cup Series, I gave that a 7.4. I'm gonna give this an 8.2. How about you, Da?
I definitely agree. I watched the whole race from start to finish. It was great battling back and forth. Nice, clean. It was entertaining as heck, being three wide and all that. I give that 8.5 out of 10.
I thought it was a great race. If you just showed me that one lap where Zilich and Larson were going at it and Brent Cruz made it three wide, I would say 10 out of 10 because that itself was just amazing. But I'll go like an 8.5.
What did I rate the Cup race? Like an 8.2 or something?
Yeah, you said
8.2.
8.2.
I'm right around there.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I don't think the O'Reilly race was that much better when it came to like overall race. I thought at the end Allgaier was much better than Larson, but it was kind of something that we see on Sundays. Just aero blocking, Allgaier couldn't get close enough to really do anything. I think the action, there was definitely some action throughout that race. The beginning of the race, they looked like idiots, like absolute idiots. But I think overall it was a good race, but I would kind of match it with the Cup race. I think it's an 8.2.
I would say it's a little better than the Cup race was. Uh, I think the race was honestly carried by stage three and all the battles that they were having. I think stage one and two you know, wasn't that exciting to watch. There wasn't much battles going on. There was battles, but it wasn't, super exciting. So I would say an 8.5 in my opinion. But the battling was insane at the end of the race with them being three wide. That was crazy.
I'll probably give it. We'll go 8.39 here because Kyle Larson sucks and can't beat Allgaier straight up on a restart and squeezes him down. But
Oh, that's a interesting topic.
No, all right, yeah, let's get right into that. For one, does Larson squeeze him down? Yes. Does the idiot in the 7 car keep on running into him? Yes. Like, you can't complain and say that, oh, da-da-da-da-da-da. No, I don't want to hear it right now. I don't want to hear
No,
it.
go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your statement. Please
But
finish your statement.
he's gonna come over the radio and complain about it, saying that he's annoyed with it. You're the one running into the 88 car. Like, is he squeezing you down? Yes, because he knows you are the best restarter in that series. He knows you're really good at it. So why would he not squeeze you down trying to time the jump? Why keep on hitting him and then complain about hitting him?
We're Stop. Just because Kyle Larson in the last calendar year has become one of the biggest crybaby bitches in the series. I'm sorry
No.
about my language, but it's 100% true. Kyle complains when he gets raced, like when he gets raced hard, he complains, but he will race everybody as hard as he possibly can. And you can't say you can't complain about something. Kyle Larson does it every week. He does it every week.
I'm
He did.
talking about in
He did
that
it in the O'Reilly
scenario.
race. He did it in the O'Reilly race at Bristol. He complained about getting raced hard and then just pulled a slide job on who was it? Was it Cruz?
I don't
Yeah,
even
like
consider it a slide job.
yeah.
No,
So listen,
I'm talking
you
about
can't
how
say as a
Allgaier.
Kyle Larson fan, okay, but even before the restart, I mean, Kyle Larson's like if this is the pace car right here. Here's Allgaier. Kyle Larson's here. You're supposed to be on both sides of the pace car. Well, he's getting mad that he's getting door during a pace lap. Well, get on your side of the track. Like you didn't earn this real estate down here. You didn't earn starting on the bottom because you weren't in the lead.
It's just like Dylan said earlier. Yes, you're supposed to be up there. It's just like exiting. When you exit off the top of the track, yes, you were supposed to exit by the wall. You don't have to. He doesn't have to give Allgaier that room. He ran him down because he knows he's good at restarts. So Allgaier can't sit there and complain about getting hit, or actually not even getting hit. He's hitting Larson. He can't complain that he's hitting Larson. You know he's there. You can see him there. Quit. You did it all of turn 1, all of turn 2, down the back stretch, 3 and 4, all the way into the restart zone. He kept on hitting him over and over and over.
Leader knows his rights.
Cool. You can't sit there and complain about it though in a situation like that.
I will say so. I heard both sides. I heard Kyle Larson's side of the post, like the media thing where they interview him, like when he's sitting down or whatever. He definitely sounded a little entitled. I mean, so here's what I had to say about it. So I don't think I understand where Larson was coming from as well, because he was like, "You're putting me in the fuzz, right? Like my tires are about to be destroyed if I don't stay in the second lane." And so I understand where that was. He was like, that's why he's so good at restarts, because that everyone doesn't understand what he's doing. He's putting you in the rubber, and so when you go to start, you can't clean your tires off in time. And so like that's why he's so good. And he said, I just wasn't allowing that to happen, which, that's why you're a Cup guy, right? Well, Allgaier is definitely going to take advantage because he has the right to, right? Like, he's on the inside. But what, like Cody says, if you're the inside car, you got the position. It's yours. It doesn't matter who the outside guy is, right? Is that you're saying?
Facts.
Yeah.
If you have the inside, you can choose when they turn.
Yeah. So anyways, but what Larson was doing, he said in his post race, he was like, no one's gonna do that to me. He sounded so. Honestly, I gotta admit, I was honestly I was agreeing with everything Larson was saying, but the way he was saying it was like, I'm Kyle Larson and I don't care what you have to do. Like, I'm gonna win this race. It doesn't matter who you are, type of thing, type of attitude. And it was really unsettling. My wife was like, "Wow, what's his deal?" And I was like, "I don't know. He won the race. I feel like he did everything he needed to do to win." But yeah. So I guess him and Allgaier didn't agree with it, obviously, because Allgaier was like, "You're running me down the racetrack. I can't restart." Which both of them were doing the same exact thing. They just weren't. They were unhappy that they were doing it to each other. But this is what happens when you have someone who is a great veteran in the series, and then someone who's a Cup guy knows the games, right, and understands the games. But I just think, to Larson's point, if you're putting me in the rubber, like, no wonder you're gonna restart me, right? Like, I don't want to be put out there, but you also can't go below the pace car. Like, that was where Allgaier was upset. He was below the pace car. And so he was like, how does that even make sense? But that's my opinion. I think they're both playing games, and that's what happens when you have two really, really talented people on the front row. Anyways, I did skip something. DA, can you do our finishers and points for Cup? I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're all good. Of course, Chase Elliott wins the race, and a good run in third place from Alex Bowman for once in his fucking career. Next, we move on to Tyler Reddick in fourth, Mr. Buescher in fifth, good run for Daniel Suarez in sixth, and then seventh is Carson Hocevar, followed by William Byron, Bubba Wallace, Ryan Blaney runs out the top 10. So notable good runs: 11th for Riley Herbst, 12th for Eric Jones, 14th for Ryan Priest, and 15th for Austin Cindric. And for some of the people who struggled, Christopher Bell to get taken out by Todd Gilliland in the lap car, Joey Logano at the running, Nicole Custer on pit lane. Hilarious. Ty Gibbs getting taken out by Priest, and Larson won himself.
Can we quickly address how bad of a 2-week stretch this has been for Kyle Larson? He has scored 4 points in the last 2 weeks. I'm not even like trying to be like funny or like trolly or anything, but like a couple weeks ago when DJ read the points, he was ahead of Chase Elliott. He is now
Well, do you have the points pulled
91. 91 points behind Chase.
Yeah, there's also a fan that's on Twitter right now of Larson's who's been going at it with this other Chase Elliott fan about who's the best at Hendrick. And by the way, it is the funniest thing. Only because I'm like, I'm out of it, right? Like, I'm not involved in the thing, but I'm just watching this, and then they're like, "Oh wow, look at this guy! Oh wow, look at this guy!" Anytime one of them does something stupid, it is like going at it. I'm like, dude, what the heck? But do you have the points pulled up so we go over those? Thanks.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. So first, of course, we got the same man every week, Tyler Reddick in first, 100 points up over Denny Hamlin. Chase Elliott moves up to third. He's the only Hendrick driver who's won, surprisingly enough, this season. Ryan Blaney in fourth. Fifth is Chris Buescher. Sixth is Hocevar, going up 2 spots this week. Seventh goes down to Ty Gibbs. Larson down to eighth. Brad K in ninth. Good run. Good season so far for him. William Byron in 10th. Bubba was in 11th. Okay, Ryan Priest is 12th. Bell's 13th. Swartz is 14th. Cindric 15th. And Chase Briscoe's on the cut now, 16th. And some notable people below the cut line. Ross Chastain is a couple points back, along with Kyle Busch is in 26th. Austin Dillon's in 27th. And surprisingly enough, I saw this today. I couldn't believe it. Josh Berry's in 30th. He's way far down there.
I just going through the points, it reminded me, and I want to ask you all your opinion on this. Stage 2, what are we thinking on the 6 car on the box? Why are we staying out in that situation when you know everybody's pitting? Like Brad said he wanted to stay out and get stage points. If you pit, you get stage points and you have track position for stage 3.
Yeah, I don't know. He said he made that call for both him and the 60, which was weird.
Like I don't. You're running up front. If you pit, you get tires just like everybody else. You get stage points. You probably finish exactly where you finished if you pit. And then when stage 3 starts, you're still up front.
Yeah, I'm confused. I didn't understand that. But also, I guess he thought more people were going to. I guess he thought people were going to take 2 tires and then pit again. I guess in his brain. Even though it was a 1-lap shootout. So, which is wild.
Yeah, that just kind of blew my mind. I think Brad had a decent car, especially when he got up front and he had, some clean air. I thought he ran really well. I think he threw away quite a few points yesterday. And also, I'm sorry, I know I keep going back and adding on. We kind of talked about Corey Heim a little bit, but I want to add one more thing. If that caution, I forget what was the caution for that brought us to the the 1-lap shootout.
Him backing into the wall.
No.
No, the 1-lap shootout in stage 2.
Oh. Was it
whatever
Lush?
No, whatever that was. If that caution doesn't come out and the stage finishes, Heim he's going to unlap himself, and then he probably stays out and has 5 lap, or no, he'd have had 10 lap. He probably would have came in and take 2 or something like that. But I mean, he was fast. I think he ran the second fastest lap of the race. I think Chase had the fastest lap, and Heim had the second fastest lap of the race. So Texas just has a crazy way of just reaching out and screwing your pitch strategy. But I mean, we were a couple minutes away from Corey Heim potentially actually having a legitimate shot to battle for the win.
Yeah, the 6-7 car led 69 laps.
Nice.
It was
Nice.
Larson.
Yeah,
spinning the
I
car-
was
bringing the
just
car up.
looking at that too. Yeah, Larson is the one who
Oh,
brought
what
it.
it was? Oh, it was like, oh crap, my bad. Honestly, I didn't know that, but now it's extra funny.
Okay.
Larson tried to
I'll be
cost us
right back,
too much
by the
stage
way.
one.
All right, you're good. Well, I'll go over the O'Reilly finishers and the points. Of course, Kyle Larson, your winner. Justin Allgaier, second. Sam Mayer, Brent Cruz, Parker Retzloff rounding out your top 5. Creed, Austin Hill, Jones, Jesse Love, Jeremy Clements in 10th. Some notables, Quaffle 11th, Smith 13th, Brendan Poole 20th, Connor Zillage 21st. What happened to him? Do y'all remember? He had a tire go down.
He had a tire
Yeah.
go down, and then he just couldn't get back on the lead lap. It seemed like.
Austin Dillon looking like a Dillon, 23rd. Raja, terrible day. Gray, terrible day. Day, terrible day. Just some notables back there. We can go to our point standings though. Justin Allgaier leads. Sheldon Creed over 121 points. Jesse Love over 167. Ironically. Corey Day 196, and then Brandon Jones, Sammy Smith, Austin Hill, Carson Quapple, Parker Retzloff, Taylor Gray, William Sawallich, Sam Mayer rounds out the top 12. 8 points out of it is Ryan Sieg, and only 12 points out of it is Brett Cruz, which is phenomenal. Gosh, that kid's so good. Raja has dropped a lot. He's minus 15. Brennan Poole's in 16th. That's a really good run for that team. He's a grinder, man. I wish I would love to see what he could do in a better car, but I really love him with Alpha Prime. And then just kind of rounds out the notables. Obviously, you know, Nick said Ches hasn't raced in a while because that team is no longer available. But yeah, so yeah, that's some notables for the points. For them, we did have a truck race. The truck race was super exciting. I mean, it was pass after pass. I know there was a lot of dirty air though during the corners, but there was such a huge draft down the straightaways that it felt like it evened itself out really well. Um, a lot of great battles, a lot of runs, crazy runs. Uh, but at the end of the day, Carson Hocevar wins it in the 77 Dente truck, which is pretty cool after winning the Talladega Cup race in that scheme. Um, my personal thoughts, I thought it was the best race of the weekend, just by just how chaotic and how fun it was. But also, I also hated the fact you couldn't really do anything in the corner. So I give it a little bit lower than the O'Reilly race. I give it an 8, just by the overall. It kind of when it strung out, it kind of just did its thing, right? So that's my rating. How about you, Da?
Yeah, I agree that I thought it was the best race of the weekend there. It's really exciting to see, like you said, the big draft on the backstretch. The turning, like people turning in, they getting loose behind that dirty air was a little frustrating. You want to see some passes in the turns, but I would give it a little lower. I'd say 8.3.
DJ's not here. I'll go. Honestly, I'm gonna rate it, the same as I rated the other two. I think it's an 8.2. I thought it was a great race. I think I said it in the group chat. It reminded me a lot of on Heat 5 when the 2022 cars came out, like how crazy the runs were on the straightaways. Like that's really what it felt like just watching these people get these massive runs down the front stretch and the back stretch. Um, I thought it was a pretty good race. It was kind of confusing at times, especially the long run towards the end in stage three. I I thought Lane Riggs had the win in the bag. Like I 100% thought he had the win in the bag when they were going green. I think he was the last one to pit, and he was running people down. And then the caution came out, and I don't know if like the temp's going back down and the pressure's going back down on the tires. Just the cycle kind of just killed him, but he was kind of nowhere to be seen when it came to competing for the win. Um, but I mean, yeah, impressive job by Hocevar. Really rode the momentum. I mean, you go from winning last Sunday to winning Friday to getting the pole on Saturday. A great a great week stretch for you, man.
Yeah, I said last week on the podcast that the truck race is going to be the best race all weekend, and I stand by that, and I do not stand corrected. Um, I think it was easily the best race of the weekend. All the battles, all the runs that you get on the straightaways, the backstretch, and the front stretch was phenomenal. Hunter described it perfectly. NASCAR Heat 5 2022 next gens. It was literally exactly like that. It was funny, but you were tight in the corners. It was just remember me of that as well. So I think definitely going to give it a 9 out of 10.
DCD, you here? Okay. Well, go ahead and talk about the finishing results, Hunter, and the points, please.
I got you. So Carson Hocevar wins. Kyle Busch gets P2. Caden Honeycutt with another good run and almost tears in his interview because he can't figure out how to win. He finishes third. Brandon Jones gets fourth. Ben Rhodes with a good run. He got fifth. Lane Riggs sixth. Daniel Hemrick seventh. Eckes in eighth. Majeski ninth. And my stepbro Chandler Smith rounds out your top 10. Uh, Ross Chastain, not the greatest race by him. He finishes 12th. Um, Gio, I thought he had a chance to win it, and the late race restarts kind of bit him. He ends up 14th. Sawalich finishes 17th. Tony Breidinger making her truck debut, 18th. Really didn't have any, you didn't really hear her name. She didn't cause any issues or anything. So a good run from her. LaJoy, I believe, was caught up in an incident. He finishes 7 laps down in 25th. Jake Garcia, probably the fastest truck all night. I mean, he ran the fastest lap. He finishes 29th. And Cole Butcher started P4. Good qualifying effort. He wrecks early. He finishes 35th.
Yeah,
For your points.
He butched that run.
For your points, Caden Honeycutt leads over Chandler Smith by 14 points. His front row teammate Lane Riggs is in third, 19 points behind. Gio is in fourth. Ben Rhodes fifth. Eckes in sixth. Ty Majeski is in seventh. Corey Heim, who is not even running a full-time season, is in eighth. Only 53 points out of the lead. Tyler Ankrum is ninth. Stuart Friesen is 10th, and not including Corey Heim. Jake Garcia holds on to your last chase spot in 11th, which is technically 10th. 1 point under is Justin Haley. Daniel Hemrick is only 9 points out, and Butterbean, he's sitting quietly in 14th. He is only 11 points out of the playoffs.
That's pretty impressive for Haley and Butterbean. I mean, I feel like those trucks have been dog water. So I mean, they're grinding it out, man.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget
Still
about
crazy that Corey Heim is not even racing a full season, and he's 53 points out of the lead right now.
Yeah. Don't forget about
I
Daniel
feel like-
Dye being not 193 out from the lead.
I thought I feel like Majeski would be a little higher, like, even though he's seventh, 45 behind. But like I feel like he would be more top 3 bound instead of in seventh, in my opinion, knowing how he is. But I mean, that change of ride, could have just meant something.
Kira, remind me, where's Eckes at in the points?
6th.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Thankies. Alrighty. Well, thank you for that. Since we have no other thing to add about the races this weekend, we can go ahead and move on to our paint scheme review. I'm getting that ready right now. What the
You got the
fluff?
odds, I got the even.
What do you say?
You got the odds, I got the even.
Okay, yeah.
Tell me when y'all can see it.
Yeah, you can see it.
What is going on?
Yeah, do not spoil the points, man.
Do not spoil the points. All right, go ahead.
CA?
This is 10, isn't it?
Oh, I forgot there was 10. My bad. No, there is
Oh
not.
my God.
No, there's
No,
9.
no.
No, there's
It's
9.
not 9. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I can't even
I
lie.
was
I don't,
like,
I don't even know who the fuck. We don't even know what the heck's going on. We did this on the fly. Can't lie, I don't even know who this is, but this truck looks nice. Okay, like little little blue camouflage, the red siding and everything, along with the red Craftsman and red spoiler, just makes it all come together.
It kind of looks like a Call of Duty paint scheme. I don't know why.
Right, pretty much like SRX, like they have those little special things.
Oh yeah.
You got Lane Riggs in the 34. With the Aaron scheme, I think we've seen this scheme on the Cup car, but it just doesn't look as good. It doesn't fit this car as well, but I think it looks a lot better in the trucks, and it just flows very well. And the dog winking at me on the right rear, left rear, I guess.
All right. Oh no. Every time I see this car, I'm getting flashbacks now. But move on to the Kyle Busch number 8, the Zone nicotine packets. Do not do those. I used to do those. Do not do those, please. Not good for you. But it makes it for a badass car with the red siding and the blue main base paint there.
We had Connor's Village. I know I sent the scheme earlier in the week, and people, someone like DJ or Dumbboy said it was not a good scheme, and you look at it on track, it's just popping, and I knew it would. So, we put a 6 here. So definitely pops really well.
All right, all right. This is a 96 of Anthony Alfredo, I believe. I like the orange and the black. They really like. This is vodka. That's really cool. Actually, I did not see the car fully. I didn't tell looking at it now. But like the white little like details along with the orange and the black mist all go together along with the deer antlers in the head is just a good looking car.
We get Ty Gibbs and the Interstate Battery Scheme. I said this earlier in the week, or not in the week, early in the season at Las Vegas, where every time this scheme was ran, it was going to be in the top 9 or 10, whichever one was running. And, it's going to stand that way. I think the scheme looks really good, and I love the monster on the rear, too. I think it pops really well. It's one of the schemes that actually don't get affected by monster, so that's pretty nice.
We're on to the 23 of Bubba Wallace. That's the eye staring at you and the whole the colorway for it. It's just a really good looking car. The black base. And I feel like the only thing I really think what needs to be changed is the Chumba Casino needs to be farther back. But I feel like the yellow in the front bumper makes it pop a little bit more. So all in all, everything's pretty solid in this car.
I really wish they would have used that yellow for the number. That would look sick.
That looked pretty cool.
We have the Radadente truck machine. It's a good scheme. I actually personally like it better on the Cup car. I feel like it flows better, but I think this scheme doesn't look bad with it either. It kind of feels like a scheme you'd make on like the old Heat 5 paint scheme kind of things that you'd have. But I think it's very clean. And obviously it won, so it's good enough to be in victory lane, right?
I will say, on the truck, the jalapeno or the pepper right here looks like a penis on the hood with the truck.
It's a chili.
Yeah, my bad.
All right, now we got the 9 of Carson Guapel, the Arby's barbecue slow cooked for 13 hours. Don't ask me how I know that. Anyway, I like the different color like reds and the orange there. It basically pops all together. It like fits the car and like the vibe and the scheme it's going for. It's kind of like an old school design. The barbecue lettering and the slow smoked little yellow bubble there and the smoke. It's just fantastic car.
Well, that'll do it for our paint
Yeah,
scheme
amazing
review. Oh,
scheme.
whoa.
Whoa.
That's too early.
Whoa.
That is too
You're
early.
doing it
Yes, we are not ready.
too early.
That's like a pre-Ty Gibbs if I've ever seen one. All right.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen Cody.
DCD, go ahead and tell us our news and ratings.
I don't really have a lot of news, so if y'all do add in, but the cup rating for Talladega 3.96, which was down from 4.01 last year. But it's the lowest viewed non-delayed spring Talladega race on record. But there's also been record-breaking NBA and NHL playoff records, so we'll see how that competes. O'Reilly, we have 1.339 million, which is up 6%. And then ARCA was up 41%.
I believe that.
Yeah, it was. That doesn't even include the 100,000 on YouTube.
Or in Cletus's channel. But news, I don't really have anything, so if y'all want to, y'all can add in.
I didn't see anything.
I know Catherine Legg's racing Watkins Glen.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Pretty
special.
Like she's gonna do something.
Off of turn 1, they're eliminating the runoff, so I think that's.
I don't think that was real.
That was fake.
You don't think so?
No.
Please.
No,
There's a lot of.
No, because Bob would have tweeted that out. That's why I didn't think that was real. Yeah.
At first I didn't believe it, but then I saw so many more about it, and I was like, okay.
Did you get daily down forwarded?
No, it was not daily down forwarded.
You got to tell, bro.
I remember whenever I got daily down forwarded.
By the way, Carson
That's
Hocevar went to
far
the Matt Gala. That's pretty freaking cool.
Sabrina there?
Hey.
Please tell me.
Bro,
Yes,
Sabrina
she
is
is.
he looks fly too. Y'all want to see him?
Yeah, he looks good.
Oh, come on.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, he looks him,
He's sharp,
bro.
dude.
He's
He's
taking
going
her
to
to
Sabrina.
Chili's.
He's going to go talk to Sabrina. He has to be dressed to the highest.
Yeah, they're both
caliber.
there. If I don't see a picture, then I'm gonna crash out.
That's the only way he wins most popular driver is if he starts dating her.
Dude, I'll vote.
We're not getting into this.
I mean,
again.
he's got it. If he dates her.
Bro, he's 6'5". He's got it. I'm telling you.
He's 6'5", dude.
Her Juno position is going to be ride the Dente.
Okay, see,
I do want to talk about one thing. Did y'all see the Dale Jr. like heart podcast with his wife? Did y'all see any clips this week?
I think
Video
I
games
did.
for life.
Yeah, so she was like, what is one thing that you like, one of the questions was for both of them was, what is one thing you would change? And she was like, I would change if you're over 25, you can't play video games ever. And he was and so and he was like, why? And then he goes, he's straight
Video
up,
games till I die.
video games till I die. And like he's straight I was like, like he straight up put his hand up and everything. I was like, what is going on? I just thought that was funny.
Dude, I watched that clip so many times. I cannot tell you how many times I laughed. Video games for life.
Yes, dude. I was like, I know for a fact this man just literally just gets on once a day. There's no way for her to even react like that. But everybody was like giving her shit in the comments because they were like, "Oh, men can have hobbies." I was like, "Bro, that's come on now." Like what she was just saying because it's annoying for her maybe. But I thought it was really funny. No, I don't have any news. We can go ahead and move on to our in the draft questions presented by your boy Chase, number 1 HMS driver.
All right. Question number 1. This is not a troll. It's a serious question. We are almost at a full NASCAR calendar season on the winless streak. Are we at some point are we going to hit the panic button on Kyle Larson because of the simple fact of what his expectations are? I give Kyle Larson a lot of crap. Realistically, he is probably the best wheelman in NASCAR. The best wheelman in NASCAR should not go 30 plus races without winning. So, is it time to hit the panic button?
Me personally, I would say not yet because he's the defending champion. So, and also like got Chevy figure out the new body. Even though Chase has won twice, only Hendrick driver to do that. So I'd be concerned at least about that part from Kyle Larson. But outside of that, Chevy hasn't really been winning crazy like that. So if the one that keeps continuing like past like 40, then I might have to raise an eyebrow and start to ask questions.
Short answer.
Go ahead, Larson
no, I'm
Glazer.
not worried. I am not worried. Not worried at all. We're about to rack some off. Don't worry about it.
I forgot how I was going to have to go after DJ. I would say no, not necessarily. It was a question I brought up. I definitely gave Hunter the idea of it. I remember asking it. And I do remember DJ trying to defend him with it, with not winning as much and saying he hasn't had much opportunities. He's only had last season. He only had 2 opportunities to win a race after he won Kansas. So in that standpoint, that didn't really help his case because you're looking at him like you're the best driver in the world and you're not winning. You're not having many shots to win. So, and obviously this
Which
season's a
makes
little
sense.
different. Better than Larson. So you look at it in this season, it's not, it's not just him. It's Chevrolets in general, except for Chase Elliott and Hocevar, of course. They're flying every week. So it's kind of just a spot where Larson's still probably getting used to it because it causes more downforce with the adjustment they made, right? Is that what it was? Yeah, I'm sure he's just getting more used to that. So I think as time goes on, he'll get a win, but I don't think he'll win before the full season calendar mark, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna. I'll give him a few more races, but if he doesn't have a win by Nashville or post Nashville, I think it's time to panic.
So I was looking up some stats. I say we panic because the reason why I say this is because he shouldn't even won the championship. Like if he doesn't take 2 tires there, he was the 4th best championship car. That car was yeah because it was Byron in the 11 battling and the 19 was 3rd and then he was back behind them. Am I wrong on
Well,
that?
I thought Reddick was in last year.
No,
It was
he
Briscoe.
went winless. It was Briscoe.
Oh, I'm thinking
Briscoe.
2 years ago. Two years ago, Reddick was god awful when he made it. That's what it was.
Yeah. So
I still think Briscoe was a little worse, though, in my opinion.
I think Briscoe was flying. He just had to keep
Yeah,
passing people.
yeah, because his tire kept busting out. Like I thought
Yeah.
his car was up there with Hamlin's, but a little bit less. To me, he hasn't been the same Kyle Larson since Indy. Like that has not been the same driver, and I'm not saying that's like because he's like out of it. He's not losing focus. I just don't think that team has been together enough. Like I feel like whatever they did to win the championships, I know Cliff Daniels took out the whole team. They read a book together. They learned how to take extreme ownership and all these things that they did. But realistically, this is not the 5 team, aka the 48 team, right? Like this is not what I'm used to. And I think we panic because I want him to perform as a Hendrick fan, right? I just don't think he's. I don't think he's where he should be. I don't know if it's Hendrick. I don't know if it's the engineering. I don't know what it is. But before the pit stop, even before the incident, Larson was 12th at best speed wise last week. I mean, and that was Larson's like best track, like for the last couple of years. So I don't know. I think we panic.
For me,
I want to.
oh, go ahead, Cody.
Yeah, I wanted to add on to what he just said about. Dang it! What did he just see? It's just like you earlier, where you could remember what you did, what Hunter said. All right, well, never mind. Mine was going to be a good point, but I just can't remember it anymore.
All right. Well, I was gonna say, for me personally, I hit the panic button for the simple fact of, like I said, the expectations are so high. Again, this is not a jab. For somebody like Alex Bowman, if we're at a calendar year and we're even having the results that Kyle Larson is having right now, there is no panic button because the expectations for Alex Bowman are not the same expectations that we have for Kyle Larson. It's just how it is. I genuinely believe, and I kind of noticed it the other day. Honestly, when you brought up the whole interview thing after the O'Reilly race, if you listen to his interviews on Saturdays, he sounds really confident. On Sundays, it's not the same confidence. I don't know necessarily what that is or why that is. Um, I think Kyle Larson winning is good for the sport. I think it going this long without winning is bad for the sport. Personally, I agree with you that I don't think he should have won the championship last year. It worked out, but I didn't think he necessarily deserved it. But I mean, that was also the flawed system that we were in. But yeah, I'm hitting the panic button. For DJ's sake, I hope Kyle Larson doesn't win, but for the sport's sake, I hope he does. All
Just,
right,
I
just,
do.
really.
just another
Oh,
lap. I just want to talk about lead laps. Since let's not. I'm going to include after his win, after his third win of 2025. He has only led 800 laps since then. Just FYI, for a whole year, he's only led 800 laps, which is not Kyle Larson. I just want to make that clear.
That was easily over 1,000. I did remember what I was going to say. You said for Hendrick's sake, and you're a Hendrick fan, that you want Kyle Larson to win. As a Toyota fan, I'm glad to see him not losing, and I'm glad to see us on top.
all right, my next question. I'm kind of upset he left. He's the one that recommended this question. So for me personally, I don't know if the drivers championship, like making it in the drivers chase, is possible for Alex Bowman. Right now, he sits 127 points out of 16th. He is only 44 points out of the owners championship in the 48 car. And every real NASCAR fan knows the owners championship is what pays. The drivers championship's cool, sounds cool, but the owners championship is what actually matters. So, do we think that Alex Bowman can be a top 10 contender in the Owners' Championship?
I would say based on the car he has and the equipment, he should be. But coming off his vertigo thing and trying to get back into the swing of things, it might take too long. He had a good run in Texas, like yesterday. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if he can keep it up. To be honest with you,
Yeah, I don't think so. He is not good enough to run that good every single week. So my answer
Oh,
is no.
Dumbboy, you're back.
You know,
I'm assuming you didn't hear the question.
I have a feeling I know what it is, considering what DJ just said.
Well, the question is for me personally, the driver championship most likely out of reach. He's 127 points out of 16th. But in the Owners' Championship, the one that pays the actual money, he's only 44 points out of 16th place. So the question is, do we think that Alex Bowman can be a top 10? Stop blowing into your mic, Dunboy. Do we think that Alex Bowman can be a top 10 driver in the Owners' Championship?
I mean, honestly, yes, he's got some good tracks coming up, and their momentum's there. And there's some people down there in the points that he could definitely pass up and have more owner points. So
I think he definitely has a shot to run top 10 in the Owners' Championship. I'll ask it after I'm done with this, but I think he, like Dumbo said, he has good tracks coming up to make it into that. I wouldn't put it out that he couldn't make the chase if he keeps running like he's running. The driver's chase, I don't doubt it if he keeps running like he's running. I think it'd be good for him, but it's going to be close no matter what. But I think the Owner Championship, he can definitely make it to top 10. But yeah, I don't think there should be any doubting for the Bowman fans or Rick Hendrick himself.
I think he makes the chase, like in the Owners' chase, but I don't think he makes top 10. Just because the reason why I say that, I mean, you have Bubba, Bell, uh, Briscoe, who's not even in the top 10 in the Owners, or in the obviously the driver.
I'm not trying to cut you off. So I think my question was more of like overall throughout the season. So like if he can make the Owners' chase, can he
Yeah.
finish top 10 like in the after the reset and everything?
Oh, okay, yeah. Then yeah, I agree. Yeah, sorry, I was
Yeah, I understood how you took it, and
Yeah.
once you started, I was like, well, I don't think it's possible for him to get
Yeah.
top 10 before the reset. But I think the question is more
Yeah.
once the chase starts, if he can get in, can he finish in the top 10 in the Owners' chase?
Absolutely. I think the chase really lines up for Alex Bowman a lot. Like the tracks are really good for him, and the way he drives. So, I mean, I don't see why not.
I know I said that I was unfortunate that he left, but this is the part where I wish he wasn't here because I am going to say something that he will probably bring up for a long time. Alex Bowman looks different right now, in my opinion. He looks different. Um, he looks locked in. I mean, Bristol, I'm not gonna, harp too much on that. That's the first race back. I think for me, the expectations were extremely low. You haven't spent any time in the car in over a month, and you're going to a track that's gonna beat you up. Um, Kansas, I thought he was pretty mediocre, but I didn't really think that any of the Hendrick cars were necessarily great by any means last week. Um, or 2 weeks ago rather, and then a top three at Dega and a top three yesterday at Texas. And just even I'm going off interviews and vibes and energy again. Like he seems really locked in, and I really like that. I think Bowman has the potential in these next coming weeks to potentially find victory lane, um, and kind of just get some momentum rolling. Like I said, I think the drivers' championship is a long shot. I think it's going to be hard for him to make up that many points on as many people as he has to make it up on. I think he can make up 127 points, but on multiple people, that's going to be really hard to do. Being only 44 out in the Owners' Championship, I think he can get in. I think he will get in. And I agree with you. I think the chase lines up really well for him. If he can keep, showing up with this the mentality that he has, and keep putting good runs together, I think he could be a legitimate top 10 contender at the end of the season in the Owners' Championship.
Perfect.
My last question. What's your favorite Watkins Glen moment of all time?
Okay, yeah, that's a very good one for me. It has to be the last lap battle between Marcus Ambrose and Brad Keselowski in 2012, around there. Unfortunately, Cowboys did spin out in the S part there. I remember that part. I won't forget that part. But just about that, the whole track was fantastic. It was side by side to almost the very end, the last turn. But that's a good moment for me, just watching that as a young kid.
DJ, are you here or are you gone? He is gone.
Cody.
All right, done, boy.
Oh yeah.
Cody. I don't know who it is anymore.
It's me, the boys left. um, I man, there's quite a few. I think I would probably say, do I have to choose one or can I say a couple?
One.
Two at the max.
Two at the
Go now.
max? Okay.
Well, no, just do one for now and let everybody else go through, and then you can say
Okay.
a second one if nobody else has picked it.
Okay. I think it's 2019 Watkins Glen where Kyle Busch and Bubba Wallace. Kyle Busch is going at it with everybody. Byron, Bubba, everyone else.
Dude, that was mine. Dude, KV was a menace that day. I loved it. Got Byron, and then him and Bubba got into it. And didn't he wreck Jimmy in that race too in the carousel?
No, I think that was Blaney
He
that
was.
wrecked him. I think Blaney wrecked Jimmy.
Oh, I thought it was KV,
But
but he was a menace that day. I loved it.
it was amazing. But yeah, that's definitely mine.
Was it me or DA? Or did
DA
he say
already
his?
left you.
I'm zoned out. My bad. Well, honestly, DA took mine, but we'll throw in a little David Reagan, David Rudiman, Big Rick. You don't see that at road courses, and it's awesome. So
All right. Here comes the bias.
I know where this is going.
2018, baby. So I want to tell you my day and why this is my favorite moment. We had a work outing out with, because it was obviously Sunday. We're all off, so we did the summer party thing, and I just didn't want to go, and I was sick, and so I was like, all right, I stayed home. All my family went to it. They walk in the door, and I hear Rick Allen go, "He goes wide. He needs 7 perfect turns." And then I was jumping up and down. They watched the whole last lap, and I was with me, and they just had that moment. And then also Jimmy Johnson pushing. So I was a huge Jimmy Johnson fan, and having him push Chase Elliott, like, it was aura for me. Like, that was the best moment I've ever had. So yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, and that scheme, that Sun Energy scheme. Oh my God.
Ty Gibbs.
That would be number one on the paint scheme review every single week. Oh my God. Oh, DJ, you're back. I'll let you go before I go. Did you
I'm
hear the
sorry.
question, or do you need me to
Help me.
repeat it?
I need you to repeat. I'm helping my family bring in a new refrigerator. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're all good. What's your favorite Watkins Glen moment of all time?
Oh, Jimmy pushing Chase after his first win. I love that. In that beautiful car, too.
Yes!
In that beautiful car, too. Bro, that Sun Energy car. Dude, I wish they would bring that back. I don't know what happened or whatever, but dude, that Sun Energy car was so beautiful. Like blue and purple,
pretty sure the
orange, and the
company went
orange rims, dude.
Pretty sure the company went bankrupt.
I don't care, dude. Still run them.
Dude, this is going to sound crazy. So for the longest time, I loved that Sun Energy car. And then I didn't realize that Denny Hamlin ran the same Sun Energy scheme when he ran an Xfinity race at New Hampshire one time, and it made me hate that scheme for a long time. And then I grew to kind of not hate Denny anymore, and I was like, yeah, it's still great. Like it's still pretty good. Um, for me, I didn't obviously. I mean, I was alive to watch it, but I was 2 years old. But going back and watching old races, being as big of a Gordon fan as I was, 2001, him and Burton battling it out at Watkins Glen, and Gordon getting the win. I think that's one of my favorite races of all time. Um, it was also, really cool at the time because I mean, what Gordon was doing on road courses was unheard of, especially because there was only two each year. So it was really cool to see him like and Burton just the two Jeffs just battle it out.
Can I actually change mine?
Sure.
Mine's actually Brad K and Marcus Ambrose. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was DA's. I
that
really
or
thought you were going to be
Buescher
a troll
and
right there.
SVG.
Yeah, I really thought you were going to be a troll and bring up Larson.
In
pushing Chase in turn
2022?
one.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, he ran his line, all right? Inside car has the advantage, as Cody says.
Yes.
He wanted to run
Oh,
the middle.
So how come
So
he
the
can
seven.
try when Allgaier? Yeah, the Allgaier, that's his spot, isn't it?
Yes.
Allgaier's
Yeah,
O'Reilly
shut
guy. He
up.
don't count. He's
shut
not a big name, dude. He's Kyle Larson. He does what he wants.
I also, you talk about old races. I didn't think about one of my favorite races is in 07 at Watkins Glen, where it was Gordon and Tony Stewart battling it out in the Gen 4 car. Phenomenal race, by the way. If you ever have a chance to go watch it, do it. But thank you for all those questions. That was the last question, correct?
Yeah.
Alrighty, it's time to move on to our picks. Are y'all excited for this? I know.
Totally.
What, for
I'm
I'm
someone
only
to
excited if
win
I can
all
get that
3
extra
races this
point.
week?
I'm cooked. That's all I want to say.
I think I deserve an extra point for picking 1-2, man.
Listen, I don't know if y'all need the extra point because here's the pick points right here.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
See it. Oh, yeah, scored up a little bit.
See, extra point. I'm only one back, man.
I am tied for first.
all right. We got to do it like this.
That sucks. You put me at second. It should be T -1.
All right. It is tied.
Wait a minute. How many points was Cody back? Like he was back double digits last week, wasn't he?
I was back
Yeah, you got
11,
the
yeah.
cup win.
No. DA got the cup win. Yeah.
You're welcome, by the way.
Yeah, but he got the O'Reilly and the trucks right, and then Buescher
I
had a
got
good
11.
run. So
Yeah,
I got 11 overall.
what a day!
Point.
What a day!
It is. Points are tight.
Tight.
Yeah, y'all
Very tight.
y'all have closed right back up in on me.
Well, we get to start off with our truck win. May 8th, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on FS1. The Bully Hill Vineyards 176 at the Glen. 72 laps, 176.4 miles. Who is going to win? Does anybody have Damon's stuff? Probably not.
He picked Zillage for all three.
Oh, yeah, he
He
picked
said
Zillage.
Zillage across the board.
Yep.
Zillage is off the board. DCD, who do you have?
Well, Zillage is off the board, huh? I think I'm actually going to shock some people here. I'm not going to pick who y'all think.
Please.
Oh my God, you're gonna be stupid.
Yes.
I'm not. I'm going to take AJ Allmendinger.
Oh
Okay,
my, yeah, you're gonna be stupid.
You know what?
I don't hate it,
I mean-
actually. Crazy.
Y'all are about to hate this either. I say Brett Cruz is winning the
Cody's
truck
gonna
race.
get him. You gotta be killing me.
No way, dude.
Well, but he
Cody's
filtered me,
gonna get
so I'm gonna take him. Give me SVG.
Oh my
That is
god.
so stupid, dude.
Hey, I don't believe that niche truck, brother. Listen, I believe in SVG, but that niche truck.
Does SVG race the truck?
It's SVG. I don't care.
I believe
Well.
in SVG. I don't care if I believe in the truck.
I really don't know who to take at this point because I feel like that's the only four that really matter.
And there's another one.
I-
There's one more.
No,
There was
there's not.
someone really good at St. Pete.
I'm not choosing that dude. All right, I'm just not. We're not choosing. I'm not even gonna say his name just in case. Well, I guess DJ, you're next, so you know. Screw it. I mean, he won at St. Pete. Give me Lane Riggs.
DJ, before you go,
All right.
DJ, wait, before you go, are you taking Caden Honeycutt again this week? Oh,
Ladies
no way.
and gentlemen, it is
No.
coming.
What the?
We're going Carson Hocevar.
Okay, perfect. I was about to say.
Carson Hocevar.
All right.
He's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, that's a good pick too.
Well, I'm absolutely cooked from being at the top, so I'm just going to take a shot in the dark. I'm going to take Ross Chastain.
This
Hey,
truck
that's
race
what I
is
was
about to be
talking about.
fun as hell
Hey,
to
if there's
watch.
two things certain, I'm taking Corey Day and O'Reilly, and DA's taking Ross in the truck.
That's so true. I took Ross either in like the lower 2 series. That's how it goes.
Well, we have the O'Reilly race May 9th, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the CW. The Mission 200 at the Glen, 82 laps, 200.9 miles. Damon picked Zillage, DCD. Who do you have?
All right, this time we're gonna go SVG.
There you go, I guess.
Well, I'm going Brad Cruz again.
Freaking, I hate it here, dude.
Well, I think he actually has a better shot in O'Reilly than he does in truck. So give me Chastain.
I'm just
I was about
here.
to say not friendly word.
Whoa, back off, little man. You know what? He had a good run at the Roval last year. Give me Austin Green.
I like it, actually.
That's a great pick. I love that.
Well, you know,
Oh, no, don't you dare.
it's a certain kind of day this Saturday, if you know what I'm
Oh
saying.
my goodness.
No, just kidding. Justin Allgaier, man, he always slips off the board. I'm taking him, and he's going to run horrible. That's just
That was
how
my
it's going to
pick.
happen.
That was my pick. I was going to choose him because no one picked him,
Well,
but
it's a
you know
new
what?
day, if you know what I mean.
I get it. I have a feeling that those top two, Zilch and SVG, are going to take each other out, and the third place car is going to win. And that's going to be Roger Carruth who's going to win the race.
I would love
And
that.
then you woke up.
I know. It's shot in the dark. I know.
All
Don't
right,
talk about
now
my
we
dog,
have the
Raja.
Cup race. Go Bowl May 10th, 3 p.m. on FS1 at the Go Bowling at the Glen. 11 laps, 100 laps, 245 miles. By the way, did they up the laps? I feel like it was always
It was 92.
Yeah, I feel like it's always been like 92 or 94. I don't know. I feel like that's just not right. But I mean, it's right because that's what the Cup says. But alrighty, who is going to win? DCD. Damon already took Zillage off.
Whoa.
Bad run.
Oh shit!
Yeah, whoa.
Damn it! Who's gonna suck?
Bad.
Austin Dillon.
Austin Dillon's going to suck? Yeah, no surprise. Dylan Matherly, who's going to suck?
I gotta find somebody to suck. Wait, what?
Whoa.
Clip it.
Damon, we know you're watching.
All right, here we go. Tyler Reddick is gonna suck.
Thank God.
Yeah.
We can only pray, Dylan. We can only pray.
That's just not going to happen, unfortunately. But I'll tell you who will suck is that 12 car Ryan Blaney.
He led a lot of laps here last year, by the way. I remember that.
I am going to probably shock some people with this one, and somebody who's a former cast member is not going to be happy. AJ Allmendinger is going to suck.
Ooh.
He's winning 4 races this year.
Dude, 4 road courses.
He's literally winning the truck race.
What are we winning a truck race?
Mine is going to be the guy on the highest horse in the last 2 weeks. The 2026 most popular driver. Carson
Chase
Hocevar will
Elliott?
suck this.
Wow. Okay.
Unless he gets with Sabrina Carpenter tonight, then it changes. But
How?
Hey, before
hey, you wasn't right good.
before you know the guy that I met at Talladega that like he's in the chat right now. He goes, "That definitely got clipped." By the way,
Bro, I just know Damon. When he watches it back, you're gonna say that, and he's gonna be like me.
All right. My bad run. You know what?
He's preying on the downfall. John
This is
Hunter
gonna
Nemechek.
No. This is gonna sound like such hating. I swear it's not. Kyle Larson's gonna struggle.
I hope
I
Kyle
really thought
Busch
you were about to
wrecks
say
that
John
one.
Hunter's even check.
No,
I
that's,
hope John Hunter dumps his stuff.
that's too easy. I'm not doing that.
I hope John Hunter dumps him.
Well, don't dump yourself first.
Who is going to have a good run? DCD.
Well, John Hunter Nemechek, actually.
Okay. And you woke up.
Go look at it. Go look at the stats.
All I'm seeing here, he finished 35th last. Not 35th. What did he finish? 32nd here last year. I'm seeing.
It's last year. It's okay.
The 21st before that, his average finish is 26.5. Stats are not looking good on your part, buddy.
Caution came out, bro. Screwed him.
Okay.
I don't know. Todd Gillen. Why not?
That's strange.
Godfather.
I actually don't disagree with that one. I think Suarez is going to have another good run.
I think No Neck himself, Cole Custer, is going to have a good run.
Are we sure?
Talking about you, Damon.
Dang.
Simply off the fact I cannot pick him this week, I think Connor Zilic will have a good run.
God, you suck. Or my good run, I'm taking Zane Smith as my good run.
I like that.
All right.
Who's the win
Who's gonna
pick
win?
for Damon? Damon says Connor Zilic across the board.
Zillbilly is going to Victor Lane, is what he thinks. DCD, how about you?
Well, to be honest, it's SVG, and we all know it.
Well, I'm going to take the guy who beat him. Chris Buescher is going to win.
Oh my God, that was my pick.
That was my pick. Screw you. Oh man.
I knew somebody was going to do that. It just made sense.
Prosper, Texas.
But I think I'm going to disagree with Hunter. I think I'm going to go on Allmendinger.
That's my other pick.
Well, I'm going to shock the world right here with this pick. I have checked the weather forecast, and it is going to rain this weekend. And a guy who has showed me that he is very good in the rain, give me
Ryan
Michael
Preece.
McDowell.
Oh, he's starting. I was literally just writing his name down. I got the MICH down.
Hey, Cody Ware's available for you.
Heck yeah.
You know what?
You gotta take-
Can I go on the record and go back on my good run pick?
Sure.
She's going to get a top 25. Give me Catherine Legg.
I like
Ooh.
that.
That's a good
I
pick.
actually don't disagree with that. I agree. That was a double negative. I'm sorry. DJ, just go ahead and say it, brother.
Yeah, DJ, what do you think? What are you thinking,
Herbst.
dude?
Have I
Not Kyle
taken
Larson.
Ross so far?
Ross, I can check. Hang on.
You have not picked Ross.
Pretty sure you
Yeah,
have
well
him,
then
though.
give me Ross the boss.
That was my other pick. I didn't go on the dinger, but
All right. Well, I am cooked right now. All my picks I wanted
Yeah,
have been
that's not.
taken.
Yeah, it's not a fun week to be at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have it.
I'm winning, but at what cost? So for my one pick, I'm going to go ahead and say Ryan Priest is going to win this race.
Ew.
Hey, he can drive in the rain, man.
I've seen it,
He's
dude.
gonna go flying in the rain.
Yeah.
Hey, who had Ty Gibbs available? That y'all, a lot of y'all did. Man, that would have been a good.
I don't
pick.
know. I think if I looked at the weather and it didn't say it was going to rain, I probably would have went Ty Gibbs. But I think Michael McDowell in the rain. I thought about Ty Dillon.
Yeah,
I really did.
I mean he
I
was
thought about saying
flying.
Ty Dillon.
Yeah, he was flying in the rain.
Ty Dillon looked like Lewis Hamilton out there.
Can we not talk about Ty Dillon at a road course?
Oh, what happened last time?
Yeah, what happened at Sonoma in the
I was
in-season
at the
tournament?
beach, man. I was at the
Against
beach.
Alex Bowman.
I wasn't watching. I wasn't watching. I
I'm
don't
at
know what
the
you're talking
beach.
about. I literally turned on the race to Ty Dillon moving Bowman.
I'm at the beach.
I'm at the beach.
Alrighty. Buddy, you should go get Chase Elliott merch on his website. It's way better than the Hendrick store. He by the way is now a Chase Elliott fan. The guy that I met because he was a Kyle Busch fan, but he was like,
Oh, what? Switching sides.
Trader.
A
Yeah,
new
Trader.
asexual.
yeah, homie's non-binary now. So,
5 cars better, so you know.
but
He hasn't won in a calendar year, buddy.
DA, I have the send off.
Yes.
You have the ball.
We have indeed the bull.
The bull.
You have
Cool.
the ball.
If you make this shot, Carson Hocevar wins most popular driver.
Ooh, okay.
Don't miss on
Okay.
purpose.
There's a lot on the line for tonight.
Watch this be the one he makes. Watch
Yes,
this be
it's-
the one he makes.
Hey, facts are facts.
Okay, Dumb Boy Jr.
and he goes
Right.
wide. Oh my god!
And it goes in.
Oh.
that was a straight switch too.
Damn, dude. Hocevar's really bagging Sabrina tonight. This is crazy.
Bro.
Bro, dude, if it happened, dude, I swear to God, that's like the only man I would ever want to see with her is Carson Hocevar. That would be great.
I think it would be hilarious. Also, give him props, dude. Like, what does he got going for him? I guess some chilies.
Exactly.
6'5".
Yeah, he's also 6'5". But also, they can watch TV together because he's got Spectrum. Maybe.
Well, I mean,
Spectrum.
I don't know how reliable it is. The TV might go out.
I buffer for 40 laps.
But that is our picks
That's good
for
enough.
the Glen. I actually personally think that we're gonna get a new winner this week on the season and maybe in their career. So I can't.
I think Zillbilly gets it done.
I do. I think he's gonna be fast
Nope.
as hell.
Not
But,
this shit.
I think they're gonna load with the speed they should have had at Coda. He showed he is a dog.
I just want to shout out some things. Thanks for being in the chat also. But one other thing is we had the longest average viewer duration, which is mean how long they've stayed. It was almost up to 20 minutes. So that's awesome. We also matched our viewers from last week, which is 26 in total. 2 live as we speak right now. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to tell your grandmas about us because we love the GIFs. And peace.